Είναι το θρυλικός μήνος των Red Arrows της Βασιλικής Βρετανικής Αεροπορίας. 11 κατακόκκινα αεροσκάφη, Hawk Tango 1, καθημερινά για 20 μέρες εντυπωσίαζαν με τις μοναδικές εναέριες φιγούρες τους τους κατοίκους του Νότιου Ευβοϊκού και της Αττικής. Το συνεργείο του Star Κεντρικής Ελλάδας γνώρισε από κοντά το αγαπημένος μήνος Red Arrows στις εγκαταστάσεις της 114 Πτέρυγα Μάχης, όπου φιλοξενήθηκαν. Λίγες ώρες πριν την αναχώρησή τους για το επόμενο ταξίδι τους στην Κροατία, κατέγραψε την προετοιμασία τους και συνομίλησε με τον Red 2 Flight Lieutenant Rich Walker.
Who are the Red Arrows and what do they symbolize for England? We saw you at the King's Charles ceremony.
Okay, the Red Arrows are the Royal Air Force Royal Aerobatic Display Team. For the Air Force, they represent the peak of our skill and professionalism. They allow us to demonstrate what the Air Force represents, our dedication and our performance as a team. For the UK recently, they've been really important because we did the fly past for the King's coronation. We were the only fixed-wing aircraft that managed to do that for a global audience of millions, and it was really important that we, as the Air Force, represented ourselves and the United Kingdom for that event.
Okay. You won the award of public display approval. What does this mean for the team?
It's a really important moment for the team. We've spent the last 6 months training over the winter and this spring. So we've put a lot of hard work into it, but that's all been to perfect the display. In order to display to the public and to start to wear the red suit for the pilots and the blue suits for the engineers, our chain of command, our senior officers have to be content that we're safe and presentable and professional. We did that on Thursday last week, so now we can wear the display uniform, and we're allowed now to display to the public in Europe and all over the UK.
Σήμα κατά τεθέν των κατακόκκινων αεροσκαφών είναι η φιγούρα με το διαμάντι και η καρδιά με το βέλος, με χρώματα του κόκκινου, μπλε και άσπρου, τα οποία έχει επάνω της και η Βρετανική σημαία.
Sometimes I wonder if the pilots, if you see us when you fly above from our roofs, because we salute you. Can you see us?
Not personally, because as Red 2, my focus is entirely on the team leader. I'm sure the team leader and the synchro pair have more time, but when we watch the video debriefs, you can see the people lining up on the beach to watch, so we know that people are watching us.
We love the hearts you make in the sky. Is it difficult for you?
That's the job of the synchro pair. And they would tell you it's very difficult. I think it is difficult to make it look like a real heart and to keep it in the center symmetrical. So yeah, it's not easy, but it's a real crowd favorite, so that's why we do it every year.
How many Gs do you get at high-speed maneuvers?
So in Enid, which is the front 5 aeroplanes, in the first half we pull about 6G. The synchro pair, who make the heart and fly the maneuvers, the opposition maneuvers in the second half, they pull up to 8G. So 8 times your own body weight, which is quite hard work.
Could you tell us a fun incident and a scary one?
Some of the funny ones are when in training we make a mistake. So, for instance, if someone puts the wrong colour on in the display, that will be picked up in the debrief. Scary, not really. Quite challenging. The rollbacks for first years where we fly outside of the formation and back in again can be quite interesting the first time you do it, because that's the first time you've done that close to other aeroplanes before.
Οι ήπιες και ευνοϊκές καιρικές συνθήκες και η ιδανική φιλοξενία της 114 Πτέρυγας Μάχης είναι τα σημαντικότερα κίνητρα που φέρνουν στην χώρα μας τους Βρετανούς πιλότους.
Why do you choose Greece for your training?
It's not a little bit cloudy today, but generally the weather is a lot more stable than in the United Kingdom. So over the winter we lose quite a lot of training time for weather. In this last period where we're really trying to push to to get our display approval, it's important that we're able to fly every day, 3 times a day. So we come to Greece because the weather's good.
How long are you staying here?
We've been here for 3 weeks this time. Normally we would come for 4 or a little bit longer, but we had to go back to the UK for the coronation fly pass, so we went home for a week. But normally our spring training is 6 weeks.
What do you enjoy most in the island of Evia?
The weather, being by the sea. It's a beautiful view from where we are, and displaying around here, the countryside is really beautiful. It's a great place to come and train.
Are you satisfied from your cooperation with the Greek Air Force?
Yeah, again, the base could not have been more helpful in terms of letting us operate, fitting us in with the important work that they do here on the station. So yeah, they could not have been more welcoming.
Are you coming the next year?
I hope so. We usually do. We usually do. This is my first year, so I've got 2 more years left on the team. So after this year, so hopefully at least twice more. But yes, I think we'll be back next year.